Join us in San Juan, Puerto Rico for Caribbean Dance Sport, a world dance sport series double points competition. Welcome to Approach the Bar with DanceBeat. In this series of episodes, I am going to discuss what happened in the Pro Rhythm of Manhattan Dance Sport 2022. And who better than to do a in-depth analysis of all of the finalists in this competition than Miss Leisa Howard. Leisa, how are you?
I'm great, Chris. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine. So, I'm sure you all know, but Leisa is a former USDC 9-dance champion. She is a Arthur Murray studio owner. She judges Arthur Murray comps and a hell of a lot of NDCA comps. And I believe just recently, well, the last couple of years, you actually are organizing competitions as well. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, actually last year was our first time that we have been given our own Arthur Murray competition, and it's called the Holiday Ball. It's always held in December. This year it'll be December 8th through 11th. Our first year that we had it, we ended up with about 8,000 entries for our first one. So we were very, very excited. We only found out about 6 months before that we had been given the competition. So it was interesting to scramble and put it together in 6 months. But we did it, and this year now have been planning from the day after it ended, up until the big day to do our second year, and we're looking forward to it very much.
Well, that is fantastic. So now let's get on and see what happened at Manhattan 2022. As I said, we are going to have a look at the actual Pro Rhythm, but is there anything that you want to tell me about what you felt about the overall Pro Rhythm competition?
Well, I can tell you what I felt about the overall competition in general, that the quality of dancing was impeccable. The attention to detail from Gary and Diana in the ballroom to make it a very energetic, positive experience for everyone. The minute you walked in the door, you see all these beautiful flags and then the chair covers that are customized. And it just added to the whole feel of the competition being on a whole nother level. It was absolutely stunning, beautiful. And the minute I walked in the door, I could feel the energy coming from the dancers. And it was exhilarating as a judge to be able to stand there and judge that quality dancing from the first heat in the morning until the end heat in the evening. And I think that gives us a reminder of why we do this, because it excites us as well, and sometimes stresses us out. But it's a good stress because you know how much is riding on it, and you know how important it is to the dancers. And so I love that feeling, and I think that they always do an impeccable job with this competition.
Well, I'm afraid I can't disagree with you on anything there. So what we're going to do, let's jump right into the final and actually see what happened. Finishing sixth with a final analysis of 6.6566. Fellow Canadians.
Yes.
Dmytro and Celeste. Now, I believe that this young couple are the Arthur Murray Rhythm, Smooth, and just like you were the USDC 9-dance champion, they are the Arthur Murray 9-dance champions. I've never seen them dance in the States before, so this is the first time I ever saw them. So how did you feel like that they did?
They're great friends of mine, of course, because they've been in Arthur Murray their entire careers, and I love them both as people, and I've watched them dance with other people and now finally come together in the past couple of years. And I think that this couple is so talented. They have everything that it takes when it comes to the look, the technique, the style. I think that they have so much potential to go even further, and I'm really excited that they have now branched out and started competing in the NDCA competitions. My thing with them, and we talk about this, is that sometimes I feel that it's a little too safe. I think that he stands out a lot in the partnership, and it's not that she's not talented or sensual or anything like that. I just think that sometimes we have to learn that you don't have to be passive in order for the sensuality to come across, So I would like to see them be a little bit more assertive. I would like to see a little bit more volume from the bodies. Their partnership connection, I feel that it's not quite there yet. I sense that she looks down a lot. A lot of the thing for her is the internal projection. So I would like to see a little bit more external and a little bit more partnership connection from them. I know that she has it in her to dance with no abandon. I just want to see her like throw it all to the wind and just go for it, and I think that if they can tap into that, they will continue to grow more and more and more.
Yeah, well, I think both of us actually judged this competition, this particular one.
Yes.
So, as I say, I was interested because I'd never seen them dance before. In fact, I thought they really challenged the couples above them. But I'd never seen Celeste before, and she's a very, very striking girl. The only thing that she had a lot of hair. And it's like, first impression was not treated as serious as it should be. Like, I think if you're the champion, then you can start to play around with things. But
yeah, I don't think that there's anything wrong with changing your look. In fact, that was one of the most important things to me when I was dancing, is to change my look also from the smooth to the rhythm, make it look completely different so that you come out and you can show different sides of yourself.
No, I totally agree. It's just, I don't know what it is, but even when some of the Latin couples change and dance rhythm, they make themselves more casual. It's like, there's nothing in my book, there's nothing casual about this. We actually have discussed how, your outfit, your look really does have an effect, especially if the couples are all close. So
it's interesting that you say that, because I was just having a conversation with Bob Powers over the weekend, and we were talking about how some of the couples, when they switch from Latin to rhythm, they think that they need all of the things on the costume to show movement, and whether it's fringe or frills or the hair loose or all these things to show movement. And sometimes I'm like, a sleek look does more for you, for us as judges, to be able to really watch the body and determine what your dancing is like, and the other things become a distraction.
I really, really enjoyed my first introduction to this couple. And, as you say, if they're going to come to the US and do more events and stuff like that, then they are going to be a force to be reckoned with.
I totally agree. And I think that sometimes, when they're in the bubble, they are also the Canadian 9 dance champions. And when you're in a bubble, it's kind of like when you're a big fish in a small pond, and then you go to the big pond, right? Sometimes the nerves can take play, and the atmosphere, you're not used to the atmosphere. It does take a few competitions to kind of get into the groove of things and get to a comfort level where you're like, okay, we've got this, So I think that maybe they're in that phase a little bit, and one or two more, and they'll be right up there for sure.
They will be rocking. So guys, congratulations. I think this must be one of your first big finals in the US, and it definitely won't be your last. Well done, guys. Please don't go anywhere, because I am going to be back with the wonderful Leisa Howard, and we are going to continue our analysis of the Pro Rhythm at Manhattan Dance Sport 2022.